guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been long and awaited for, but here I am back and I'm ready to give you the videos you guys have been waiting for. Today's video is going to be about when I got pregnant at 18. Yes, bummer, boo. I bounced back and I'm healthy and Mella's healthy and me and my family are good now. But here is the story that everybody has been waiting for and asking for. Just a disclaimer, everybody's story does end up a little different. Some people, their family and situations end up way worse or way better, so this is just my end of it and just what I'm going to give to you guys that you've been asking for. So without further ado, let's get to it. I found out when I was pregnant. I graduated in June in 2016 and I found out I was pregnant in July. So graduation, I'm thinking, okay, I wasn't really planning on going to some big college, but I was planning on going to school, getting a full-time job, you know, doing adult things, and it switched up. So getting pregnant was not in my plan, but it was like, you know, 10 years from now. I honestly, if you want me to be honest, don't tell Michael, I did not want kids. I don't like kids. That sounds horrible. I love my baby. I love my family. I love my cousins, but I don't like children. I don't know. I just get irritated very easily, and I just have I feel like short patience, and it just wasn't my thing. But I ended up finding out I was pregnant like July 1st, and I literally graduated like the 4th. I actually was funny. Sorry, TMI for guys. I had my period during graduation, so that was my last one, and that's been my last one since now. I haven't even had one because I was breastfeeding, but let's stay on track with the story. Found out I was pregnant July 1st because I had obviously missed my period, as you know, the whole rundown. We don't gotta go over that. If you guys want to know, go ahead and Google it. I don't want to tell you how. And I had obviously missed my period, and then I was talking back and forth with Mike, like, I don't know, this is just different, this is weird. Normally I could miss it by a couple days, but I could just tell, like, anybody who's had a baby will tell you, like, your body is just different. Like, this is just, you know when something's not right. And I knew something was not, like, wrong with me, but just something was different. And so I waited, and I pushed it off for, like, a week, but it just kept eating in the back of my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I just graduated, my dad's gonna kill me. I don't want a baby right now. And then I ended up going to the dollar store. You know, them pregnancy tests are super expensive. I went to the dollar store, bought a pregnancy test, and I had to go to work. So I go to work, and I remember sitting in the break room, and I was like, I'm gonna just throw this away. I don't need this. I'm not pregnant. What the heck? That'll never happen to me. I'm too skinny to have a baby. I'm too young. I don't eat good enough. I don't know. I ran every excuse through my head. And then I ended up saying, like, I had a cleaning job at the time, like cleaning in a hospital, and I remember I was like cleaning and I could not think about it, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it, just like clear my head and I'll be fine, right? Wrong. Well, I ended up going to the bathroom and taking a test, and then I remember specifically setting it on the ground, and then like I went to go like text Michael back about something, I don't remember when, and when I picked the test up, it looked like it said negative, and I was like, oh, okay, like I knew it. So I went to go throw it away, and I'm walking out of the stall, and it literally, like, something just told me to look again, like, it just caught my eye, and I look, and I was like, it was super faint, and I looked, and I was like, no, there's no way. So I waited. I put it up to the light, because you can, like, see through it, and I was like, there's another line, but I was like, no, it's okay. Well, you get 2. Well, I think I bought 2. I don't remember. There was 2. And so I was like, I'm just going to take another one before I jump to conclusions, and I say something to Mike, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. So I waited. And then I finally took the other test, and I sat there, and I was like, tapped my feet, and I was like, okay, I'm going to text him, just like tell him like what I'm doing. And maybe he'll like ease my head, and then I'm going to see this negative pregnancy test, and I'll be perfectly fine. So I take the second test. And I'm waiting, and, like, I just remember thinking to myself, like, you're so stupid. Like, why are you even in this situation right now? So I remember looking at the test, and it was straight positive. And I was like, I didn't cry. Some girls are, like, bawling, like, oh my gosh, my life is over. Oh, I'm so happy. I was just, I don't know. My emotions are different, I feel like, than most girls. I was just like, that sucks. Like, I don't know. So I texted him, I was like, well, congratulations. And he was like, what? And I was like, congratulations. Like, I should have probably been more sympathetic, or I probably should have just done it differently than just throwing a text at him like, boop, congratulations. But it was such in the moment, and he was like, you're lying. I was like, nope. And then he got all mad because I didn't do it with him. And now that I think about it, probably would have redone it and waited for him because there was really no rush, but I was curious. And yeah, so that's how I found out I was pregnant. And honestly, I just had like my stomach was off, like not like cramping, but like I had cramps but no period. And then my stomach was just upset. Like I didn't have morning sickness or anything, but my stomach was super upset for like a week straight, and it just like was not normal. So yeah, I was pregnant, and then I was terrified to tell my dad. Shout out to you, Dad, I love you, but I knew I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna be murdered, and I knew Mike was gonna die too. So I waited, like I was like 4 or 5 weeks when I found out, and I waited till like 7 or 8 weeks, like almost a month later, to even say anything to my dad. And actually, the story turns out, I didn't even get to tell him. He found out. Michael had asked his job to get certain days off, and long story short, there's somebody that my dad knew, that they knew, and she was like, oh, how's Kylie doing with the baby? And he was like, huh? And he didn't know I was pregnant. I planned on telling him, but we were moving, there was a lot of stuff going on, and I was like, I'm gonna wait for the perfect moment to tell him. And I never got that chance. So, another disclaimer, you want to tell your parents you're pregnant, just tell them. Because no matter what, mission failed, they will find out. So that's what happened with my dad, and he actually was really cool about it, really understanding. My dad, like I said, was super understanding. Obviously, like any dad is gonna tell you what he thinks, what his opinion is of it, what you should do, what you should not do. But like at the end of the day, he's just told me he loved me, which is exactly what I needed. But obviously there's like constructive criticism in that too. My mom has always been a baby person, so she, told me I was stupid, like a mom should, but she doesn't love me any less, which is great. And like I said, everybody's story turns out different. Some people's parents are crazy and kick them out, which is what I thought would happen. Just, sorry, Dad, but I thought I was gonna get kicked out because I was still living with my dad. And, I don't know, it was not as bad as I thought it would be. So I kind of made this video just like everybody wants to know the story. There's not really some extravagant story, but I will tell you how my dad told me he knew I was at Michael's friends, and my dad called me, and me and my dad were close, so he was always calling me saying like, hey, I need to talk to you, and I never thought too much of it. Like after I graduated, I never really got in trouble. I never did anything to get in trouble, kind of. And I got his call. He's like, hey, I need to talk to you. And I was like, oh, what's up? And he was like, are you alone? And I was like, well, nobody can hear you. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I need to ask you a personal question. And I'm sitting there, and I was like, no, there's no way. No. Why would he ever ask me that? So I'm like, okay, what's up? He was like, is there anything you need to tell me about yourself? And instantly, like the second he said that, I was like, you're about to die. Game over. Bye, Kylie. Have fun. You're gonna get murdered. And I was like, I was mouthing to Mike across the room because he was sitting on the couch like feet away from me. And I was like, he knows. And Mike's like, what? And I was like, he knows. And I'm trying to like mouth it on the phone, and like nobody was understanding me. His friends were like, huh, what? And I literally started like getting tears in my eyes. I was like, he knows. And my dad was like, hello? And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm just gonna ask you since you're beating around the bush. Like, what's up? He said, are you pregnant? And I was like, and I hung up. Bad. Never do that because that pissed him off, and he was actually cool on the phone. So I hang up and I started bawling. I was like, oh my gosh, my dad knows. He's gonna kick me out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be homeless. I'm gonna have a baby. I'm not making a lot of money right now. I just graduated. What the heck was I gonna do? Like actual freak out, not just like crybaby freak out. Like I was freaking out. So me and Mike walked to a room, and I was like, I need your help, like to talk to him. So my dad calls me back. Didn't even have a chance to call him back. And he was like, did you just hang up on me? And I was like, oh, no, he's mad. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, so that's my answer, you're pregnant. And I was bawling. I was like, yeah. And he was like, so how far along are you? And it was just weird. It's awkward. If anybody, like, some people are really open with their parents. I am, but not, like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I was like, ooh, I just feel uncomfortable. Like, my dad knows. It was just weird. But he was like, how far along are you? I told him. He's like, so what are you gonna do? I was like, I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. And he was like, okay, well, obviously you didn't tell me, so you thought that far. And I was like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? You tell me, Dad. You tell me. You had me. So what am I supposed to do? And yeah, I don't even remember the full conversation. But then he was like, well, I want to meet with you and Michael right now. In like an hour. And I was like, whoa. This is why I didn't tell you. I'm not prepared to do this yet. And he was like, well, you have to now. So I didn't even mentally think, like, I was kept pushing it off. I didn't even prepare to have this extensive conversation I knew was coming to have with him. And then we had it, and it was really emotional and not what I thought it would be. And I don't ever wish to go back to that day or that moment or that conversation. I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad it's over now, and I'm glad I'm good. Michael's good. My dad is good. Nobody died. Nobody punched anybody, and Mello is healthy and born. So, yeah, that is my story, and like I said, everybody's story ends up different. It's not that funny, it's not that interesting, but it was traumatizing in the moment. So, yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all the love that you guys have shown me. Thank you for being so patient. I am so excited to come out with new content. I really see a lot of potential in this channel, and I hope you do too. Or I will put my social media also in the bio that you guys can DM me or like just tell me what you guys want to see in the future. And again, thank you guys for watching.